Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuga Prabharam Brajada Sarasagam Charayanantam Prabhangam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktinam Cha Kripamurti Narayanam Seva Kunja Vaja Ramye Govardhana Gidosana Radha Kunde Rasanande Tattat Seva Padayam Guru Narayanakyam Tam Vande Vinoda Prashtakam Yaspada Smiti Matrena Damodara Prasidati Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavascha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratkuse Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Ganta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Bhaktya Vihina Parana Vakshay Kshiptasthikamaritaram Brahmadye Kripamayi Tvam Sadanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Vajami Radha Varavinda Netram Smarami Radha Madhura Smitasyam Vadami Radha Karuna Varadram Tato Manyaste Gate Mudaki Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. First of all, of my sister and Pranam Thousand times Lord Shri Paramadhanam Guru Parabharman Vishnu Parasota Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Swami Maharaj Shri Gurudev. Secondly, for my sister and Pranam Thousand times Lord Shri Rupan Guru Guru. For my sister and Pranam to Assemble Vaishnava Vaishnava. Today is most auspicious day. Today is Sri Navami. Navami Mahamotsav. This is the day of Sri Ramachandra. Ram, Lakshman, Shatrugna and Bharat. These four brothers. They are described as the four Vedas have descended as these four brothers. Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrugna. Vaishnava Guru Parva has spoken so many kathas related to Ram Katha. Vaishnavas have described how previously there was a drought where in this Ayodhya and Dasarath Maharaj he couldn't have a son, so that he was married to how many? 360 queens. 360 queens, but none were able to produce a son. Kaushalya being the primary queen, Kaikeyi, Sumitra. These three were like prominent queens. And that time it was also said that if he were to have a son, then he would, only one rishi who would be capable of performing such a yajna that would bring that kind of benediction, that kind of auspiciousness, and resolve all the problems. That is this Shringi Rishi. The Shringi Rishi, he was born from a deer actually. So he had two little baby horns in his head, visible. And his father was also a great Maharishi, great Rishi, doing tapasya in the forest. So, but the Singha Rishi, he was very expert doing yagya, everything, chanting mantra. But he was very pure-hearted, very simple-hearted. But he had no attraction, no desire for anything worldly. He was only day and night absorbed, meditating, chanting mantra, doing yagya. So Dasara Maharaj is thinking, how are we going to bring him to this? Ayodhya Puri, he will never leave the forest, he will never leave what he is doing there. So then he put out a notice. Anyone who can bring this Singha Rishi to Ayodhya and make him reside here and perform yagya for me, can now reward them very handsomely. He offered baths and answered well. So then there was one leader of so many prostitutes. So she thought, I will bring this Singha Rishi. So she went with her party there to the forest. And then they took up residence there, nearby. And then they began observing Singha Rishi, what he does. Singha Rishi, every day he used to go and he would chew the bark of the trees. By chewing the bark of the trees, that is how he would sustain himself. In previous yugas, the light bearers would reside in different places. In Kali Yuga, the Puran is residing where? Annagata Puran. It's residing in the grains. If you don't eat, then you die. The life bearers are depending on the grains. But in previous yugas, it's not like that. In Satya Yuga, the life bearers are circulated in the bones itself. So when Hiranyakashipu, he did tapasya, and his whole body was eaten, nothing was left, simply bones. But still, somehow or another, he was maintaining his life by circulating the life bearers in his bones. When Brahma came and gave him benediction, sprinkled Ganga on his head, he was Kamandalu, then he received the whole entirely beautiful body. Valmiki Rishi also, the author of the Ramayana, he also did austerities for 60,000 years, and his whole body was eaten by ants. What was left? He was also maintaining his life bearers somehow. So, the Singha Rishi would go and he would chew the bark and he would chant mantra, do austerities, all these things. So then they thought, okay, somehow or another we must attract him. So they prepared some very nice sweets and they placed them there on the tree here and there. Then next day Singha Rishi came and he was chewing the bark. When he's chewing the bark and he sees, oh, there's something. The bark is looking a little different. Very soft and nice color, good fragrance, and he's tasting, oh, very sweet. Oh, a very nice bark today. And then he's looking around, he's seeing that different places this new kind of bark is manifesting here. Then after some time, then he stopped eating the regular bark. He would go and he would only look for the sweets. The prostitutes are placed here and there, and he would start eating those. Then some days, prostitutes would go, then they would sing very nice, beautiful flute, nice instruments, nice singing. You'd hear these sounds, but they would remain hidden. And then he would hear this sound and he would wander looking for the sound. So then, slowly he became a little restless. He began thinking about, oh, I want to go eat those sweets, I want to hear that nice sound singing. So he started going to the forest more frequently. Then, one day then the prostitutes, they dressed up like so rishis, wearing very simple cloth, like hermits, and they were there. And he saw them moving in the forest. Then he was curious, and he went and started talking. And he said, oh, we live nearby here. We are doing austerities, we have an ashram. Oh, really? And then they showed him his ashram. And they had the whole party was there. And so they were playing this nice music. And they had nice things to eat there. And then every day, his father would give him some duties, he would do his duties, and every day he would he would run to go to the stay with them, be there in the ashram, associate there. His father saw he was becoming very, very restless. He thought, what? Something is wrong with him. And his father started moving around the forest. Then the prostitute leader thought, oh, the father is looking for him. Now we have to, somehow or another, take him back, now or never. If his father finds us here, then he may curse us, he may blow out, cover anything. He will stop this whole operation. And then the leader, he said, we want, and then they were talking, and then also one day, then he asked that these prostitutes that how come that you have these sores on your body? Why is your chest so swollen? Then the prostitute leader was saying, no, don't you know? Bhagavan is so merciful. When any baby is born, then for the baby, then they stop put milk inside his breast. And the mother will feed the milk to the child. Then, hearing this, then he began thinking. Hearing about the merciful qualities of Bhagavan, then he thought, what am I doing? See, it's true, Bhagavan is so merciful. So why am I wasting my time moving here and there? Why am I not doing my austerities, my yajna, everything? And he became renounced again, hearing the guna, the qualities of Bhagavan, and he became again detached. I'm going now, I cannot stay here, I have to go. Then they grabbed him and said, please don't go. We want you to come back to Ayodhya. There is one Maharaj, he wants to do a sacrifice for the benefit of his kingdom. Only you can perform the sacrifice. And they begged him. But then he was like, no, I don't really want to go. But then they said, but we are already on our way. And he looked, he saw that actually the ashram where they were staying, it was an ashram built on a boat, that was on a river. And the boat was already moving down the stream. That now this is God's desire. Look, we are floating towards Ayodhya. There's nothing we can do. Then he resigned. Then they came back, and big welcome, the king, Dasharatha Maharaj welcomed Giridhari. He was brought in the kingdom. Then he was worshipped and honored. And then he was instructed. Vasishtha Rishi and others, they made all arrangements, and Giridhari began performing his yajna. And as he began doing yajna, then sure enough, rain started coming, and drought was gone. All auspiciousness, everything was coming. And then from the yajna, special sweet rice was come. He said, this has to be feeded to your queen. Whoever eats this sweet rice, they'll get a child. So, half the sweet rice then, Dasharatha Maharaj gave to Kaushalya, half to Kaikeyi. Why? Because they said that one time Dasharatha Maharaj was traveling, he came to northern India, where present day Afghanistan. That time Kaikeya Maharaj, that time before Bharat was much wider. All these modern borders were not there. Pakistan, Afghanistan, these are all part of India actually. So when he came there, he went to the meeting with his friend Kaikeya Maharaj. When he arrived there then, Kaikeya Maharaj engaged his daughter Kaikeyi, young daughter that time, in his service. And she was serving Maharaj Dasharatha in so many ways, making sure he's comfortable, giving him food, everything. And seeing her service, then Dasharatha Maharaj became attached. And he told Kaikeya Maharaj, I want to marry your daughter. Then Kaikeya Maharaj, he hesitated. You are my dear friend, and I would be more than happy to give. But for a father to see her daughter become like a maid servant, this will never bring me happiness, and this will never make her happy either. She is my very prized daughter, and I want to see her become a queen, not any ordinary queen. And I know that you have no sons. Therefore, whichever queen will have a son, then that queen will become prominent, her generation will run, and all the other queens will become secondary. And I don't want to see this happen to my daughter. And Dasharatha Maharaj is promised that if Kaikeyi has a son, then I promise he will become king. Dasharatha Maharaj promised Kaikeya Maharaj this. If Kaikeyi has a son, then her son will be made king. This is my promise to you. Hearing this, then Kaikeyi Maharaj agreed. Okay. If she gives a son, then he will become the king, and he was pacified. Then he gave his daughter in hand in marriage to Dasharatha Maharaj. Kaikeyi was married to Dasharatha. So that's why remembering that, then Dasharatha Maharaj gave half the sweet rice to who? Kaushalya, permanent queen, and then also to Kaikeyi. Also Kaikeyi had served, we heard just from Vaishnava, Kaikeyi had served Dasharatha Maharaj in so many ways. His name is Dasharatha. Dasha means 10, indicating the 10 directions. North, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. 8 directions plus up and down. 10 directions. And Rat means chariot. So Dasharatha means when Dasharatha Maharaj will fight, he will fight with so much valor and vigor. It seemed like his chariot was in every single direction. He was so powerful. No one could defeat him. So it happened that Dasharatha Maharaj was battling. At that time, the charioteer of Dasharatha Maharaj was ill. So Kaikeyi, she was given the duties. She was also Kshatriyani. She knew all the arts. Riding chariot, fighting, sword, arrow, bow, and everything. So she was driving the chariot for Maharaj Dasharatha. So in the chariot there's an axle. And in the axle there's a spoke. There's a pin that you put inside the axle that prevents the wheel from, keeps the wheel in place so it doesn't come off. So that spoke or that pin is broke. So the wheel started shaking, becoming more loose. And there was a fear that the whole wheel may come off the chariot. Then what will happen? And then Kaikeyi, with her one finger, she put her finger in the hole of the spoke of that wheel. And then with one hand she was also guiding the chariot. So in this way, and Dasharatha Maharaj was able to fight. Also it was said that also maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe also Dasharatha Maharaj, he also, during that battle, due to his injury, he fell unconscious. Kaikeyi also then expertly took the chariot and took him to safety. So then when he woke up, he saw Kaikeyi was there and he was safe. And she had averted the situation. So then he was very pleased with her. He said, oh, I want to give you a benediction. Because you have done these 2 extraordinary feats, I want to give you 2 benedictions. And she said, no, I don't need any benedictions. Serving you is my benediction. And he said, no, still, no matter what, I want to give you this. This is my desire. I said, okay, I accept, but I'll ask for them later. So Miss Kaikeyi, she was very also near and dear. And so then they gave the sweet rice, half to Kaushalya, half to Kaikeyi. Then Kaushalya and Kaikeyi also, they are near and dear. Third queen was Sumitra. She was also very near and dear to these queens. Also favorite of Dasharatha Maharaj. These 3 queens were especially dear to Dasharatha Maharaj. So Kaikeyi and Kaushalya each gave half of their portion to Sumitra. So she got half and half, 2 portions, 2/4. And Kaushalya had 1/4 and Kaikeyi had 1/4. Now when they ate that sweet rice, then what happened? He said that the 4 Vedas, which Sama, Yad, Yajur, Atharva Veda, they took birth as Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna. And to Kaushalya was born Ram. In the womb of Kaikeyi was born Bharat. And from Sumitra, Lakshman and Shatrugna, they were born. So these 4 brothers, they were raised up together. Everything they went down deep together in the very beginning. And Dasharatha Maharaj was very, very happy. One time he tried to have a son and he was unable to now, all his happiness knew no bounds. But then shortly after then his son, they also had to send his son to Gurukul. And They were sent to Gurukul until they are fully trained and they grow up into their youth. Then they have to remain in Gurukul. So they stayed there for some time, and then Ram, Lakshman, Shatrugna, and Bharat, they came from Gurukul. And they were brought back to the kingdom. Then their continuation of their training, how to run the kingdom, how to manage, how to continue the dynasty, the Surya Vamsa, that was all going on now. They were living there, unmarried. So then it happened that Vasishtha Rishi, he came. Vasishtha Rishi, he was very perturbed. Why there were so many Rakshasas, so many demons, causing so much havoc. There was Rama, and so many other Rakshasas, they were demons, they were making so many disturbance. Like the Vaishnava said, they were killing all the rishis, Maharshis. They killed so many that they would kill them and drink their blood, and they would throw their Brahman to in one place, and that Brahman is only created with the whole mountain, just Brahman to itself. The Vaishnava said previously though, these are all like Mayavadi rishis, impersonalists, people who are offenders, bogies, so-called rishis. Then Krishna Bhagavan arranged that these Rakshasas would disturb them and eat them. Anyhow, we heard Dasharatha Maharaj, he had promised to protect and take care of the rishis. Now Vasishtha Rishi, he was trying to do yagya, but every time he do yagya, and then these Rakshasas, they have come and they have passed urine and stool on the yagya pund. But by his tapabala, he would scare the Rakshasas away. They were unable to eat him. But I thought, I want to do my yagyas in peace. So the king, it is his duty to protect, he is not protecting, so I'll go to him and ask for protection. I have heard that he has two very fine sons, Ram and Lakshman. I'm going to ask them to come help me. So he came to the court of Dasharatha Maharaj and he asked, give me Ram and Lakshman, I want them to protect my yagya. Then Dasharatha Maharaj was thinking. He said, okay, I'll send you my two sons. He didn't say, oh, I'll send you Ram Lakshman, I'll send you my two sons. But Vasishtha Rishi thinking, oh, he's sending me Ram and Lakshman. But he said Bharat and Shatrugna. So as they're walking, they're going back, they came to a fork in the road, two different paths. Then Vasishtha Rishi, he turned to them and said, oh, one is the short path, one is the long path. If we go the long path, it is very safe. There are no difficulties. There's no fear of any disturbance from any of these Rakshasas. But it might take us 2 or 3 more days. We have to go around the mountain ridge. If we go directly through the mountains, very short path, we will arrive there tonight at my ashram. But there is so much danger there. Therefore, which path should we go? Then Bharat and Shatrugna thought, oh, why should we unnecessarily put you in danger? Let's go to the safe place, safe path. And then Vasishtha Rishi became angry. You are not Lakshman and Ram. Ram and Lakshman would never cower away from opportunity to use their bow and arrow. Who are you really? Oh, we are not Ram and Lakshman, we are Bharat and Shatrugna. Dasharatha Maharaj cheated me. Hello? Immediately he turned back and he came back. And as he was entering the kingdom, he went calling out, Dasharatha Maharaj, where are you, Dasharatha Maharaj? Shouting very loudly. When Dasharatha Maharaj heard Vasishtha Rishi roaring like this, immediately he called for Ram Lakshman. Brought them in front of him. And Vasishtha Rishi is all right, and he presented them. Here they are. You cheated me. And then he went for when he saw Ram and Lakshman, then he became a oh, because you have brought them here willingly, okay, I forgive you. Don't do that ever again. Ram, Lakshman, come with me. Then they came back, then again Vasishtha Rishi asked this question. Then Ram, Lakshman said, why should we walk for an extra 2-3 days when we can arrive at the ashram tonight? What do we have to fear of a few demons? We have our bows and arrows with us. Then Vasishtha Rishi became, Vishwamitra Rishi became, he smiled, said yes. Vishwamitra Rishi smiled and then, let's go. And as they are going through there, then this one demoness, Taraka, she attacked. She was a very powerful demoness. like Krishna here, we have Putana, like that. Very strong and very powerful, not any ordinary. Extreme power, she knew all Maya, everything. But Rama with his arrow, he killed her. Another demon attacked, his name was Marichi. When Ram shot his arrow, it hit Marichi and he flew all the way from North India, all the way where? Into the ocean in the south. So many thousands of miles away, so many yojanas away. But he didn't die. When Marichi receiving that arrow wound, he said, oh, this Ram is not any ordinary personality. He must be the Supreme Personality of God himself. I'm not going to engage in this dacoiting and killing anymore. Otherwise, definitely I will find my enemy in the hand around. Today I got this arrow, means I avoided death. But tomorrow I may not be so lucky. So he became a hermit and began doing his living in the forest by himself. He gave up all this. So then, that evening when they arrived in ashram, then Vasishtha Rishi began doing his yajnas as normally. And then when the Rakshasa they would come there, the Rama and Lakshmana they were defending, they would kill the Rakshasa. This was going on for a while. And they were staying there. Any disturbance, the Rama and Lakshmana would take care of it. And then the messenger came to Vishwamitra Rishi's ashram, so that the Swayamvar of Sita Devi is taking place in Mithila. And when Vishwamitra Rishi heard this, he saw this is ordained by providence itself. He said, Ram Lakshman, we are going to go, we are going to make a journey to Mithila. This is the desire of providence, that I should attend and you should come with me. It is not a coincidence that you are staying in my ashram and now this invitation has come. You are also unmarried. Who knows what will happen there in that Swayamvar? It may be a chance for you to receive in hand in marriage the daughter of Janak Maharaj, Sita Devi. So then Ram and Lakshmana said, whatever your desire, my father has sent us to be with you. Whatever you order is equal to our father's order. If you order us to go with you, we will go there to the Swayamvar. Then they set off. On the way, as they were traveling, they came across Gautam Rishi's ashram. As they came to the ashram of Gautam Rishi, that time Vishwamitra Rishi told Ram. But in previous times, Gautam Rishi was staying with his wife Ahalya here. It happened that Indra, he came in the form of Gautam Rishi. Captivated by the beauty of Ahalya, he entered into the Bhajan Kutir as Gautam was bathing. And in the form of Gautam Rishi, then he had a meeting with Ahalya. And then he left the ashram before Gautam Rishi could return. So Gautam Rishi, by the power of his tapasya, he understood something was wrong. So he returned early, and as Indra was leaving, he saw him leaving. Then he cursed. He cursed Indra. You are so disgraceful. You are so shameless. You are stealing a rishi's wife. Concert. So I curse you that your whole body will be covered in the female genital. So then he had all this genital all over his body. Then he asked for forgiveness. No, please, 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 forgive me. I did wrong. I didn't know. I'm such a nonsense. I'm such a lusty fellow. He is begging forgiveness. Then Gautam said, okay, I change the curse and this would be eyes. That's why Indra is all body full of eyes. So then he said, Ahalya, you are not chaste to me. You know everything, but then you are still meeting with Indra. He said, no, I didn't know anything. He came in your form. I said, no. First he will become a stone. Then she said, but really, what is my fault? He was in your form. How was I supposed to know? And he thought, he said, okay, because there was some covering was there in your consciousness, you could not properly perceive what was happening. Therefore, I will not take back the curse, but I will give you the benediction that in Treta Yuga, then the Supreme Personality of God himself will come, and when he touches you with his feet, then you will be freed from this curse. This is a Treta Yuga, we are in Satya Yuga. Then will come Dwapar Yuga, then Treta Yuga. Normally first is Adi Yuga or Kritti Yuga, that is Satya, first Yuga. Then Dwapar is the second Yuga. Treta is Tritiya, third Yuga. And Kali Yuga is the fourth Yuga. But Treta Yuga is such a long time away. So many millions of years. They say, okay, I'll by my benediction, Treta Yuga will come first, Dwapar Yuga will come next. That's why in this Treta Yuga, first is Satya Yuga, then comes Treta, then Dwapar, then Kali. But normally in all other yugas, it is first Satya Yuga, then Dwapar Yuga, then Treta Yuga is the third Yuga, then Kali Yuga is the fourth Yuga. So, then Vishnu told this Katha to Rama. And he said, therefore it is your time for you to now touch this stone with your foot. So Ram touched the stone with his foot, then what happened, as was predicted by the benediction of Gautam Rishi, then that Ahalya Devi, she came out. She offered, she commemorated the Lord, offered prayer, and then she departed. So, Ahalya, even though she committed this mistake, she said that Ahalya, Draupadi, Kunti, Mandodari, and Tara, these five are called Panchakanyas. 5 eternal virgin girls, sorry girls. Their purity is always intact. They are never considered to be impure. So, then after the deliverance of Ahalya, then they entered, they came to this Janakpuri, Italy. Vaishnava said that the Sita Devi was, how was Sita Devi born? Ravan, he was he was the son of Vishwashava Muni. He was the son of Pulastya Rishi. He was the son of Brahma. In other words, Brahma's son, Pulastya. Pulastya's son is Vishwashava Muni. Vishwashava Muni's son is Ravan. Ravan is what? The great, the son, the grandson, great grandson of Brahma himself. Such a qualified. 3 brothers, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan, and Ravan. So in their youth, the 3 of them, they went to the Himalayas to do austerities. Do so much powerful austerities. Then after doing austerities for such a long time, then Brahma came to give them benediction. So when Vibhishan, he was approached, he said, I only want one thing, I want bhakti. Unto Sri Rama. I want Hari Bhakti. Devotion unto the Lord. And Brahma, he blessed him, yes. Kumbhakarna, he was going to ask for some, I forget what benediction, some very powerful benediction. He is demoniac by nature. But then the demigod, they thought, oh, if he asks for benediction, he will become so powerful, then who will be able to stop him? So then Saraswati Devi went and went on to his tongue. And when he asked for the benediction, he asked for, he wanted the benediction of Indrasan. I want to become the king of heaven. I want to become the ruler. But instead of asking for Indrasan, the position of Indra, he said Nidrasan. Sleep. I want to have the position where I will be sleeping. The Tatastu. Then he realized what he had said. Now please forgive me, please give me. I don't want to always be asleep. How you cannot curse me like this? You asked for it, I have to give it. Please, it is a mistake, slip of the tongue. I said, okay. Every 6 months, you can wake up for one day, 1 or 2 days like that, then again you go back to sleep. So Kumbhakarna, then he was, by the power of his Tapabal, also his body was big, powerful like thunderbolt, everything. But because of that benediction also he fell asleep. He would sleep 6 months. And he would wake up for 1 or 2 days, great difficulty. Doing elephants and light fire under his body, poking with swords and everything. Somehow or another they would try to make sound in his ears, by so much sound, then he'll wake up. Then they'll feed him, enough where he'll be like a bear. So he could survive for 6 months, and then after 1 or 2 days like that, then he'll go back to sleep. And when they came to Ravan, then Ravan, he asked for immortality, but Raman, I cannot give you the immortality. So then he said, okay, can I ask for immortality then? And I want a benediction that I can divide my life hairs into different locations. And only when those life hairs are extinguished simultaneously, then I will die. And I want that there should always be nectar in my navel. And they gave this benediction. So Ravan's life hairs, he could never be killed. Look at you. In his body he had one life hair. But then all the 5 different life hairs were extinguished simultaneously, he wouldn't die. So he hid them in different places. And this way he was practically like immortal. And then also by the power of his tapabal, he had all the cities and everything. And that's Ravan, and he began terrorizing everything, from head to toe, all upper planetary systems, lower planetary systems. He challenged everyone. All the demigods, they saw Ravan and they didn't even dare to fight. Those who fought with him, he was defeated. He made them surrender. He made them pledge their services and loyalty to him. When Ravan, he heard that, in the lower planetary systems, Yamaraj resides there, the Lord of Death. So who is this Lord of Death? I'll go see myself. So then he had defeated Kubera, so he had taken Kubera's Pushpa Viman, one flying like aeroplane. He can shape, go any speed. They have like size different, all luxury parks and waterfalls and residences and everything. Was a very astonishing Viman, very fast. Go at different speeds. So he came there with that Pushpa Viman down into Yamaloka. That time there were so many the Yamadutas there. Lakhs, hundreds and thousands of them there. They were all there doing their job. They saw this Viman came there, some intruders coming, they immediately attacked Pushpa Viman. With their hooks and with their swords, and so they started smashing this Viman like ants. They completely surrounded Ravan. Ravan was going overwhelmed. What is going on? Thousands and thousands of Yamadutas everywhere. They took out his Agni Astra. With one Agni Astra, he burned hundreds of thousands of ashes like this. He finished them all up. Then Yamaraj, then they all were crying and burning, and they came crying to Yamaduta, some personality has come, he has 10 heads. Then Yamaraj, he came there. Yamaraj, and then there is Kalpurush, and there's one more, they are different, he has different manifestations. They all came there and attacked Ravan. He started fighting with them. And they have what is called the Yamananda, the ropes for tying the person when they die, and this weapon that they use for punishing. Very, very powerful weapons. So Ravan was fighting with Yamaraj back and forth, back and forth. And then it was Yamaraj himself, he was going to pull out a Brahmastra or some powerful weapon like that, or his most powerful weapon. Then Brahma had to come there. And he said, what are you doing? You cannot use this weapon just any time, any place. Why are you fighting here? Just for what? For what reason? Then they agreed and made truce. Okay. Then Ravan, he was feeling, okay, he could not defeat me, and they had to actually intervene. Otherwise I would have defeated him. Okay. And then he left from that place also. And he went, many places he went, he also stole the wives of the demigods, the daughters of rishis. Wherever he went, he would steal them and make them into his wives, bring them into his castle. Like Narakasur, he stole 60,100 queens and kept them in captivity. So Ravan was doing the same thing actually. But there was one rishi's wife that by force he took her and also did bad things with her by force. Then the father of that daughter, when he heard, he cursed. Oh, he has done so and so with my daughter. He raped my daughter. I curse him. If he ever again touches another woman against her will, he'll die. Since that time when Ravan heard that curse, then he realized he felt the curse upon himself. In that time then he had to be very, very careful. He knew if I touch any woman against their will, in the sense that I do any bad activity with them, then I will die. That is why when Rama tried to kill Sita, he couldn't do anything. He was afraid to touch Sita. He knew that if I try to do anything forceful with Sita, then this curse will take place and I will die. But Ravan, he was so powerful. And he took all the Rakshasas, all that at once, they came under his control. And he sent them. He knew that the blood of the rishis is very powerful. They do tapa